Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off from Baltimore. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Another run for Henry. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jackson now on 3rd. Chased out to his right. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Handoff headed right to Henry. Cut back now to the sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open, dangerous to take it to the house.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
From the gun, Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they really love that Drake because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Short pass brought in. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. This makes it up to the 25.
Texans take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10.
On the quick.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down with just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Houston.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. He cuts it back right. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. So that brings up second down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
The left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense, but this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Air it out on third. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. Racing down the left side. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Hey, middle. Shut up.
They'll run here with Henry. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Back to Henry. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Intercepted in the end zone. Kamario Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They have it following that interception on the final play of the 1st quarter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Throwing is Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Third and long. They're going to throw. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Starts his return from the 23. Jukes away from one. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. First down now, ball at the 33. The drive begins with Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Lamar back to throw. Texans closing in, and they get to him. After the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Well, this guy's been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
3rd and long for him here. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one, down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. He has it at the 33. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. A run to Mixon. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Second and 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 20 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Ties time. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
11-yard loss on the play.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Not an enviable spot as they come up, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Kills this clean at the 30. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the Ravens.
We've set it down from 37.
Nike Texas.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
All right.
Keeping it with Mixon. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Hey, south. 18. What's up?
Knowles sent in motion left. Shotgun now, first round. Well, right side, hauled in by Collins. Yeah, he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still second down coming up.
A 12-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go, let's go.
Running back sent in motion left. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. And he had it, but no, can't complete the process of the catch, and they wind up turning it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
Play action. Here's Jackson. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Jackson throwing here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Jackson. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. He was looking for Mark Andrews, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. The heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Ready. Set up.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Forced out to his right. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Tyler Luke after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Luke knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Dude, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, and it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, it's Jalen Knoll. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
On the play action, here's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
The give here on second. And they'll start some work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Here we go.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the quick, right?
On the option, here's Mixon. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. round, completes it quick. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this, 4th and 4.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
This is Henry on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Trying down the middle of Henry. Rob for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10. 30-yard line.
Jackson keeping it himself. What a hit! And the ball's loose! And the Texans grab it! Space on the right. He's got room. He's at the 30. The 10. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Texans push their lead further to start the half. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number 1, make the recovery, or number 2, make a solid tackle on that speedster. Once he got the return going, that fumble was headed all the way home.
Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans drive their lead to 11.
Ravens 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Vacates quickly left side. Now he takes it, and he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Lamar now from the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Remember numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. The 30. Gets the 10. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 18. Wallace with a return here. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. Now he's past the 25. Zay Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game.
Ravens 17.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Noel to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Hey, let me go.
1st down, Stroud. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Texans have fought their way to a strong lead, and they've got the football. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Get 18. Let's hit.
This is Mixon. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Down here, need 8 on the play.
All right.
On the ground again with Mixon. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32.
180. Shut up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
And the Baltimore first down.
First down. Here's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
That's a gain of 8.
Texans are in the nickel. Third down. Here he is on third and short. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that leaves them with a decision to make on fourth and short.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they couldn't.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations. It is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's mixed in on second down. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action with Stroud. Buying some time right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
All right.
They send a man in motion. On the gun, Stroud. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at third and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
On the quick, right? 118. Outside.
Here he goes, third and long. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit up.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
Here we go. Out to the right. 118. Outside.
Running it with Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, there's a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Mixon's going to get this off his own read. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10.
180. 180.
Lamar off the play fake. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, with more interceptions.
And they pick him off again! And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Now the give to Mixon. There he goes again. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans put up even more points in a win.